Dan, we have been here for 40 minutes. You need to hurry up.
I'm drawing blanks, guys. I'm sorry. It's just too many letters for me to really.
Dan, hurry up.
You know what, guys? I think I got it.
Insight. What even is that?
It's not even a word!
Yeah, guys, what is that?
Welcome back to another episode of Insight, the student-run talk show here at Bash.
Hello and welcome to the February episode of Insight. I'm Chris, a senior here at Bash.
And I'm Lily, a sophomore.
Yesterday was Valentine's Day, a day of love, gifts, and chocolates. Did anyone do anything special? Did you have one, like a Valentine, or how much candy did you receive? Did you receive, or is any other candy other than chocolate better?
I got a lot of candy. Right now, I'm sugar rushed. I went on a date yesterday.
Oh,
That's nice.
yeah.
Good job. Good job.
I had the Chick-fil-A heart tray.
Aww.
That was good.
Future prom date?
Yeah, it was good Valentine's Day. I like wearing like pink and like pink shoes and like red clothes, so it's fun.
How did you get the tray, the Chick-fil-A tray?
You literally go in the drive-thru and you say, "Hey, I hate to be annoying, but do you guys have the heart tray?" And they're like, "Yeah, we do." And I'm like, "Can I have the 30 count of that? Honey mustard," and that's it.
I can't find it. Like on the mobile order thing?
Oh yeah,
It's,
I think it's
not
like
there.
you have to be there.
You have to
for
like
it.
go in.
Yeah. But I think Valentine's Day is kind of underrated. It's kind of a nice holiday.
I do not like Valentine's Day. I think that is another corporate greed holiday that
Well,
makes
yeah.
you feel alone.
I just think that people can like make it like a cool thing, like for fun. Like what we did today is we made little stuff out of paper just for fun. You can appreciate people and wear pink and like nice colors.
I love Valentine's Day. I think it's really nice because pink is my favorite color. And you know, it's just hearts and pink everywhere. It's just good vibes.
Exactly.
Spread the love.
Personally, one of my friends who like moved far away, they bought me a gift, and it's like a little jewelry box with a pink rose on top, and it's really nice.
That's really nice.
Yeah, it's so sweet.
Yeah, we ready? All right. Last Sunday was Super Bowl 57, which was held at State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona. It was an extremely close game, but unfortunately the Chiefs beat the Eagles 38-35 with a field goal in the last minute of the game. This is the Chiefs' third Super Bowl win. Rihanna performed during the halftime and confirmed that she is pregnant after the performance. What were your thoughts on the game? Did you like the halftime show? What were your thoughts on the commercials this year?
Holding call was bull, holding call was bull, holding call was bull, holding call.
Chiefs didn't win the Super Bowl. The Eagles did. The rest won the Super Bowl.
Let me speak. All right. There was a minute left in the game, right? And they decided to throw a holding call. The guy lightly brushed him. Like that, like you couldn't even see it.
He like pinched his jersey.
Not only that,
He pinched it. And they called it with a minute left. Like, the refs could have let it go, right? The Chiefs probably would have went for a field goal.
Yeah, they weren't calling anything.
But the Birds would have then had like a minute and a half to actually go for something. And that would have just been a buildup of drama. Like, people would be on the edge of their seats. But no. The refs were just like, holding
not
call.
only that, but what a lame way. Like, that was so, like, hard to watch.
It was underwhelming. It wasn't like entertaining, you know. At the end, they're just like stopping and like running out the clock. And
Exactly. It's like it was like horrible to watch. Like I literally cried after watching it because I was just like, "Are you kidding me?" It was so painful to watch. Like it was so good in the first half. I was like, let's go," and then second, everything like fell apart and like that holding call. Oh my God!
I
it really
stopped
did it for
watching
me.
when the Chiefs started winning. I couldn't take it. I just went upstairs. Like I had the score on the side of my phone. Like I pinned it on my phone. And then it was like, oh my gosh, Mom, they're like 3 points away. And then my mom was like, it's over. I'm like, are you?
But Rihanna that was such a good halftime performance. I love her. I think it's so cute that she's like pregnant. Like that was so cute. And she has all really good songs. Like she has so many popular songs that like people are like, oh, why didn't she play that? But she has so many popular songs that it's like, you can't play all that. But I thought it was really good and She's a really good singer. And,
I loved
yeah.
how she tied it all together.
She tied it all together.
Like she brought in all of her songs. Like you heard like the chorus of S&M in the background. You heard like, you know, Umbrella was obviously playing. It was a really, really good show, and I was honestly astonished because of the raising stage, but it kind of made me laugh because like the side performers look like marshmallows, and it's like, it's nice, but you know, it's like
I was waiting for Kanye to show up. I'm not gonna lie. I thought something wild was gonna happen. I thought Kanye was gonna pop out.
oh gosh.
I did really like the halftime show because it was cool. Because in my house, we turned all the lights off and then turned the music and then turned the TV up really loud. Felt like I was there.
Yes.
And it was
Yeah.
really cool. Yes.
I'm going back to the Super Bowl part of it. That I don't know. I still have so much to talk. The field that they played on. All right, the field. I swear, every single
Yeah.
play, like when we were when the Eagles were on playing defense, every single play, one player or even two would have slipped.
Yeah,
Like
they said
that
it was
f-
slippery.
yeah,
They said
And
it.
it's the
No,
Super
because
Bowl.
I think it was like a new
Painted.
field.
They
Yeah.
tested out a new like breed of grass that was scientifically like modified so that it was like perfect for football playing, and it was like a
Not
lot
perfect.
of money. And then they used it as an experimental round during
At the
the Super Bowl.
Yeah, like that's.
And
I thought there were complaints of it back in September. I thought that's what they said.
Also, not only that, but even like the kicker, like our kicker almost like twisted his ankle.
Yeah.
Like that was horrible.
Yep.
How are you gonna do that? Like the whole
Yep.
thing was such a disappointment too, because the Eagles were so close. It was like really upsetting to watch. Like I hated that so much. But also I thought the commercials were actually like good this year, because sometimes they like try to overdo it and try to be really funny, but they're actually not funny, or they try to be too sentimental. I thought they did a really good job this year though.
That
Yeah.
Tubi commercial had me stressing though. I'm not gonna
I know.
lie.
I think that
Isn't
was
that
the only
hilarious?
good
That's
one.
the one right
I
there.
think they're so boring.
No, I
That
thought they
commercial
were
had me
good.
mad.
The Tubi one was so good
They're
because
so-
I
imagine
was
how many
impressed.
people that were like, "Oh my God, who's touching the camera?"
Me.
Oh my God.
Me.
Exactly.
It was me.
That was
I
a great
the guy.
commercial.
I'm not gonna lie.
I was the guy.
The one that got me the best is like that Blue Moon commercial, like the beer commercial where they're fighting. It was like so chaotic. They're like, no, it's actually a Blue Moon. I'm like, wait, what? It was confusing, but it was fun.
The puffed chip commercials that was like pairing with Breaking Bad.
The pop.
Yeah.
I think that was the best commercial, but they weren't like memorable. Like they were bad.
If Pat Mahomes doesn't complain about that holding call, it doesn't get called. I'm just saying, and the Eagles win the Super Bowl. I'm still upset about that. I forever will be.
I think the last play of the actual game where Hurts like threw it, and
That
everyone
made
was
me-
like,
that
and
was
then
a
it
little
just
sad.
like went
Yeah.
That was horrible. He probably slipped when he planted it through, honestly.
probably. I mean, it went like what, 10 yards?
I was gonna say it went like 30 yards. It was like a total mallet. I was like, no way he's gonna chuck this thing 60 yards. And I was
Yeah.
like, man, that'd be incredible if he did. And then I saw him lean and cock back, and I was like, no way he's gonna do it. And then it was like, whack.
Yeah, it was like whoop.
I'm not gonna lie, like that fumble.
Oh, you want to go?
Oh no, go ahead.
I mean, I was like, the refs had some pretty like horrible calls, some pretty soft calls. I mean, but like all in all, I think it just came down to how our defense played.
Yeah, it was
that
bad.
hard to
The
watch.
defense was
No way
trash.
Pat Mahomes though didn't take any sort of like drugs during halftime.
Oh,
If he
yeah.
took PEDs, they get stripped of their Super Bowl. Just saying, the NFL's investigating it, so it ain't over yet.
Nobody wins.
Philly people are
Nobody's
not gonna
a
like
winner.
that
Nah,
either
they get
way.
No,
the
they
trophy.
hated it.
Like, hey, you win now. Philly is just like, oh.
We would not. We
I
would
feel
want
like-
a real win.
It wouldn't be the same. It's like a pity win. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, it's like you feel bad. It's kind of, but like the fumbles though. Did you see the fumble? There was like I don't know who fumbled it, but I remember he just like dropped the ball. I literally was crying. It was hard to watch. Okay. A lot of schools approved 2-hour delays after the Super Bowl. Do you think Boyertown should have done that too? Or should they just give the day off after the Super Bowl? Some districts, such as Daniel Boone, scheduled in-service days on the Monday after the Super Bowl so that students had off. What are your thoughts?
Dude, it wasn't even in our time zone. I get if it's in our time zone, then everyone's up till like midnight or 1 o'clock. But the game ended for like at what, like 10:30? Like it ended before 11. Like I'd normally go to bed at like 11 probably. Like what? Why would you do that?
Okay, we still got senior skip day, so I mean.
Yeah, we did get senior skip day, so it's like I can't
We
complain.
got lucky in the end, I guess.
But for the non-seniors, I feel as though we should have had that 2-hour delay because I was very tired after that game. Very
Yeah,
exhausted.
it was
All that
exhausting.
cheering. Yeah.
I think it was great. You go into school, no seniors are there. Like you walk into a class, there's 4 people there. There's
Yeah,
like,
that was crazy. I bet that would have been crazy.
your teachers are just like, oh,
Everybody, all the teachers knew. I love how I was like getting marked
Yeah.
absent, and all the like my English teacher was like, "You gonna be here? You gonna eat lunch with me?" I'm like, "No."
Yeah, I think they should have just did a 2-hour delay because like the Eagles are in the Super Bowl, you know? Like why not? Sometimes it's just like whatever, just give us something.
think about all that learning instruction you're losing though. 13 half days already this year. We were gonna have
Shame.
20 for the
Such
new
a
calendar.
Wait, can I do my Patrick Mahomes impression?
Yeah.
I really like the song Umbrella by Rihanna.
Wait, no, you gotta keep your tongue.
Out there, give it 110%. Yeah, that's all you gotta do. Give it 110% all the time. You know, I love football. I love God. Give it 110%.
I hate my wife.
Moving on, because Patrick Mahomes is a little loser and I hate the Chiefs. Y'all are trash. Goodbye. We'll see you next year.
Wait.
Yeah, and for now, because we're going to be back and better than ever. You guys are little bozos because guess what? All these next years, Phillies come back. The Eagles are going back. You guys are down into the Chiefs because we are back. Women are
Go Birds!
Woo!
Oh, okay, wait, you forgot to do like that.
What?
Do you know how he was like
When
always
does he do
smiling?
that?
No, wait, hold on. I'm trying to think of like, there was a guy, the guy who twisted his ankle, the guy who was like sprained his high
Pat
ankle.
Mahomes.
Yeah.
Yes.
He like, I don't know, my mom literally turned to the screen, she's like, can he keep his tongue inside of his mouth?
Oh, yes! Yes, I know you mean. He has tongue out outside of his mouth. Like,
Yes, because there would be like, there was like a clip and he's like running and it's like,
Like,
His performance enhancement drugs got to his head.
yeah, like it's crazy.
anyway.
All right. No, there weren't many seniors in school on Monday because it was senior skip day. Do you think the schools should just allow seniors to skip one day out of the year, or would that make it not as fun? Do parents generally approve of letting their kids skip school that day, or do seniors not tell their parents? A lot of seniors go to Shady Maple for breakfast on senior skip day, but is it really that good there?
Shady Maple is mid. I went there on my birthday. It was mid. I mean, it's like a buffet, so like it makes sense. But like I was expecting a little more, and it just wasn't.
You're kidding me. Shady Maple is like, you see a bright light when you walk through the doors of Shady Maple. It's like a flash, and then you walk out. And you
Alright.
don't remember what happened in there, but it was great. I love Shady Maple
Look,
more than
What
anything
is it
in
mid
the
then,
world.
Faith? Like, if that's mid, what is great?
Yeah.
Wawa.
I want to hear that.
You know what's
Wawa.
great?
Wawa.
Sunflower Cafe.
Oh my, what is wrong
That's
with
valid. That's valid.
No, it is
You don't even need to go to
Have you
get
had
I
the
can't even speak on
pancakes?
this. I've never been to either places.
Hold on.
No. You don't even need to go to get breakfast. I swear. Just go to Wawa.
Hold the phone.
They have a sizzly there.
For like $3.
Shady Maple.
No.
Shady Maple.
No.
No, Shady Maple is way too far away. It's like
It doesn't.
55
I would
minutes.
drive
Who-
to
what did you
California.
It is so.
I'm not paying for all that gas.
It is so far for food that the cafeteria food tastes better than that. I'm so
It
serious.
sounds like an old person's home.
Sorry,
It is,
when
and
I
it's
go
like-
there,
It
it's like
is?
the
Oh,
back
wow.
rooms, and like I
Oh,
feel like
wow.
I'm on an elevator. The
Are
whole
you kidding
time.
me? I'd love to grow old in that place.
Well,
It's
like-
got a shopping
and, like-
center below it.
Not to be
In
like
the
a
basement?
not to be like a germaphobe, but just like
Exactly.
looking at all of that food and everyone just touching it made me want to
it's like
like
a
to
hotel.
throw
It's
up.
like
Yes.
Okay, that kind of
Like-
makes me sick, but I
Like,
don't think
it's
about it in the
nasty.
moment.
In the moment, I was thinking about it, and I was like, "This looks gross." It's
You
just
have the wrong
everyone like.
mindset.
It's like
Wrong
watery
mindset.
eggs. Did you
Okay.
guys? Did they have watery eggs?
I
They
don't
do
like
not
eggs.
have watery
But
eggs.
actually, though, it does remind me of like the place that I work, which is a retirement home.
Yeah.
So, in all, Shady Maple overrated.
I definitely wouldn't use my senior skip day to go there, because especially it was on like a Monday, and I just wanted to chill. You know, I didn't
Yeah,
want to
I
like
just stayed home.
go. And like the Super Bowl's the day before. It was my relaxation day.
Well,
I had to go get my car.
the juniors hijacked our senior skip day.
Yeah, I know.
Like, I showed up just because I'd rather be at school than at home all day by myself, you know, because that's just boring. And I was like, wow, I might as well be bored at school with some friends, you know, than by myself. So I showed up, right? And then a lot of my classes is like a mix between seniors and juniors, you know. So all the juniors in those classes also skipped. Like my biggest class had 3 kids, but it had like 5 or 6 juniors, and I'm like, all right, where are they at? Like they knew it was senior skip day. They knew they had a lot of classes with seniors. They knew they weren't going to be doing anything, so they skipped also.
That's just good business. That's just good business.
No, it's called senior skip
It's
day.
so
it's
annoying.
The one day a year that we get to feel special.
We were sick that day.
For some reason, that made me so mad because I know dang well these juniors were like, well, all the seniors aren't going to be there. Come on, get your own day next year. Like, this is why I don't like young people.
We were once junior. I just remember how me and you were juniors. Like,
Yes.
like not
come
even that long
on,
ago.
give the day to us.
Yeah, but like we were still here on senior skip day.
Wait your turn. You know what I mean? Just wait your turn.
I think we should get more than just one senior skip day. I mean,
Yeah, we should get
like,
You get a senior skip week. You get to go to Disney.
Yeah, when the
No.
Disney trip happens, you
I
can
mean,
skip
if
it
you-
by
That's
week.
true.
no, wait. Then you get another senior skip week after that.
Well, then
I mean,
we'd be
really.
like,
I mean,
we're
really. What
about-
do we do at the end of the year? Like, why do we even need finals at the end of the year? I don't
You
know.
also have that day where you go back to your
What's the
elementary
point?
and middle schools.
It's like an achievement test.
There's a
test
day
what
that
learn.
you
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you do get multiple.
You get multiple
days off.
yeah.
But I want more
Your
days off.
graduation practice days. Do you get like to miss the last 2 weeks of school
Please.
when everyone else is like doing their testing or whatever?
Exactly.
Like
I don't want to do finals. I'm not looking forward to that.
I feel like those like last 2 weeks, I'm not even gonna want to miss it because it's like there's no like closure. Like I feel like you're just like everyone else is still here, but like you're just like what at home? Like
Can we talk about that? Like, seniors never have like a closure, like when our actual like last day is, I think. Because it's like, oh, you can come in, but it's like not
everybody.
Yeah, you don't know when everybody's not going to be there. There's not enough closure.
I didn't even
I'm, like,
think about
scared
that.
about
Wait,
it.
is
They
Isn't
should
there-
make a deadline.
Yeah,
like
they should,
one day
because-
where everyone goes in.
Yeah.
And that's your last day.
I remember like last year, like I didn't know when to say bye to everybody because they didn't even know like when they were leaving or not. Like that's so sad. Like
Yeah, I
And
didn't
it's like,
think
and I
about
feel like
that.
it's so confusing too. It's like
See you
come
never.
on this day, like, I
Yeah.
don't know. It's weird. I just wanna,
Honestly,
like, I don't know.
honestly, I can't wait for like the days we walk through our old schools. That's gonna be so sad. That's gonna like genuinely make me cry. Like seeing all my like grade 1 through 5 teachers.
that's gonna make me happy.
I'd be jumping
gonna-
for joy.
Are you so happy? Oh my gosh!
We're
all those
saying
teachers,
goodbye to our.
all those
I'm a
teachers that
first.
didn't like me and like had beef with me when I was a 6th grader. Like, yeah, what's up now? I'm better than you.
Skipping
I don't
down
have
the
a beef with a
hallways.
6th grader.
Listen, I know, like, you know, you get a little summer break and then you got to go to college or the workforce or whatever.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's just you gain a little more freedom than you did from K through 12. Like,
I think it's just the memories. Like, I think it's just like the fact that you're kind of kissing your childhood goodbye now. Like, it's finally gone, and then you have to like go and be an adult. I think that's the part that makes me really sad, because like I remember I used to love elementary school. I used to thrive in elementary school and middle school. So I mean, like, it's kind of weird to see all those, you know, memories go.
The only
goodbye.
thing I miss about elementary school was recess with the boys, like playing football, and like and then like the aides would get mad because we would like tackle each other, and then like they would take the football and then we'd go invade like the soccer game, and the soccer kids would get mad at us, and then I kicked the ball over the fence, and then I was like, it was an accident, but it wasn't.
you
I
were one
remember
of
during
those
recess
kids.
at my elementary
Yeah.
school, people would act like animals. Like people
we would
like,
play chicken.
Yeah, they would like bark at you.
I was one of those kids.
Oh my gosh, 4th grade was a field trip.
I remember the one time like the athletic guys in elementary school were like doing football and I was like running around in circles and I got clocked. But the one time this kid, I can't name names, but I like remember I was like, oh, I should just join like the football, and I thought you tackled everybody in football, so I tackled this kid and he like on the ground, he was so mad, he's like, what are you doing? And I was so embarrassed. Anyways. Next topic.
What? Okay. On Tuesday, February 7th, LeBron James broke the NBA record for most career points that previously Kareem Abdul-Jabbar held for 39 years. Kareem held the record with 38,387 points, and LeBron currently has 38,390 points. How do you feel about LeBron breaking the record? How long do you think it will take for someone to break LeBron's new record?
Did anyone see that game? There's like the Lakers played a couple days ago, and Kareem was like in the front row, and he was just like staring at LeBron like this the whole time.
Honestly, though, if I was him, I
And
would
he
probably
was
be a
so
little
mad too.
salty,
Like he didn't show any emotion the whole game. He wasn't clapping. Like dude's salty that his record's gonna get broken, and it's so funny.
I would
like most people would be like, yeah, that's awesome, woohoo, go NBA, go basketball, woo.
I feel like especially because he's still alive. It's not even like he has to see someone break his record that he had for this long. Like kind of sucks, but good for LeBron.
LeBron James.
It's nobody is really like freaking out about it. It's LeBron. He's been doing basketball for what, 90 years now.
Yeah.
If Michael Jordan played as long as he did, he'd have the record too. I feel like it's just the length,
If
not
anyone
the skill.
did, put me in the league that long, and
That's
I'll
what
break the records.
Michael could play basketball for as many years as he has, and he'd break it.
90 years of me playing basketball. It's like, I'm going to go for a jump shot, and the ball just goes.
Yeah, you can't. You go like, I'm gonna dunk. You just hit the net.
All right. You got it? Everything? Okay. All right, moving on. The Grammy Awards were on February 5th, and the famous couple, J-Lo and Ben Affleck, seem to be having some relationship problems. They seem to be lovey-dovey, for what sources say, with their hands intertwined throughout the whole entire show. Yet J-Lo seemed to not want any more than that. The look of annoyance on Ben's face revealed the whole mess behind the relationship. Also at the Grammys, Bonnie won the Song of the Year over Taylor Swift's All Too Well. How do you feel about Bonnie winning over Taylor Swift, and how do you feel about the J-Lo and Ben's relationship problem?
Rigged.
I watched the Grammys. Granted, I'm not really concerned about J-Lo and Ben, whatever.
Yeah.
But I will say, when Lizzo won her Grammy, her speech was like so good. It made me so happy on the inside because she was like so happy and excited. And then Beyonce was like cheering her on. It was really cute, and like it made you feel nice. Bonnie winning, I mean, I don't really care that much. I mean,
Who is that?
Yeah, who is
but
Bonnie?
I guess
knows?
I think she's like some legend or whatever. But like,
What song did she sing?
I don't even know. I think it's like.
I was like
Wasn't
funny.
it country?
It was a
Something,
country
kinda.
song.
And it was
It was
like
a country
funny because
song.
like even she was shocked. She was like,
No, like she was
So-
shook. Like I'm honestly gonna be for real here. Like nobody knew who that was. Like how did she win? I'm gonna be like. I think honestly, like Jill Biden or something.
yeah, it was funny.
Like listen. I'm not gonna diss anybody who is that. Like I feel like somebody went up there just like, ooh, she's good. I listened to her in my childhood, and then like they just like.
Definitely listens to that.
Yeah, I feel like she would, but I was like, why did you like rob Taylor Swift of that? Like that was her. She was like dedicated to that.
I mean, I don't know. There was like other people in there other than Taylor Swift. I feel like who could have won. Like I don't know why it's this big deal. Like she robbed. Like Taylor Swift wasn't the only one in the category. Like
No, true, but I mean, like honestly,
Everybody actually.
everybody was robbed. I think. Like,
yeah, like everyone was. Like I
she
don't know.
wasn't. Was she even nominated? I think it was just like, oh, the winner of the year. Like it had the nominees, and then the
And she
winner
was
of
like,
the year. She was.
I mean, she
announced.
was, but she was like the last person announced.
I feel like the song of the, but it was the song of the year.
Song of the year.
Yeah, I feel like it's like a big deal too, and I don't
Yeah.
know, like, what even it had? What does it even like indicate? Like, do you have to like how do you win song of the year? Like, I don't
Like,
know.
What
I
has
thought
the
it was-
most views? What's been
Yeah,
listened
like,
to the most
what?
times?
I
What
don't
Taylor
know,
Swift
whatever,
song was
I don't
nominated?
All too well.
It might have been like the
I didn't listen to that,
production
but
or
yeah.
like
I don't know that.
how it was, but I also think that country song, I listened to it and I was just like, oh, it's kind of like every other song.
No, for real.
You know what song I think should have won?
What? Truth Hurts?
That Boy's a Liar Part 2.
That song is really
I
good.
think
You know what? I think
You need to
should have
calm
been on
down
there
with
for
that.
Big Boy. I think she should have been on there
love
for
that
Big Boy.
song.
You
I
need to
a big
calm down
boy.
with that.
I know it was an SNL skit, but still, they
I
should
will
have
say
counted
at the Grammys, Beyonce became the person who won the most Grammys.
I
ever.
know that was insane.
Oh, haha, Beyonce. So yeah, that was cool.
yeah.
That picture's from last year.
Kendrick Lamar winning for best rap album made me like,
Sing some of his song.
no, I'm good. That can wait.
I don't know if you can like sing that on Insight, but
Yeah, that can wait. But I was jumping for joy.
Yeah, that was good. That was like, well
even
deserved.
though I couldn't really hear what he said in his speech because it kind of sounded like gibberish the entire thing.
well,
But it's fine.
I thought the performances were nice. It was kind of funny. I saw TikToks about Harry Styles' performance, and he did this little like dancing for like 2 seconds. People was like, that was so astonishing and different. And he was just like that's all he did, and I was like, I mean, it was cool. It was cool. They had the little spinny thingy. Anyways, yeah.
What was that weird? I don't like Sam Smith. Like,
It made me feel like I needed to like go pray or something.
Yeah,
Like, it was just,
Like, Unholy
I
by
felt
Sam
like
Smith,
yeah,
yeah.
it was just like the
Through it.
performance was like strange.
Yeah, it was just like, what are we doing here?
Gotta get on my knees and pray to God.
I
Like,
miss
Yeah.
how Sam Smith used to do his music because he had really good music.
Yeah, like his music right now is not good at all. Like Unholy is such a bad song. Like it's like
It's like
And
mid.
Unholy won in like the best pop duo, whatever category. I was like,
I feel like Lady Gaga was listened to one of the most times this year, honestly. Because, like, her songs blew up on TikTok.
Is Sam Smith the one that was wearing like the black balloon looking thing?
Yeah.
That was so weird. Like
He's
he
a
looked
good
like
singer.
Memes of that. I didn't see.
He's a
I
really
didn't see
good
his
singer
picture,
though, so I
but-
don't understand.
I feel like he's trying to like find himself, so he kind of just. I feel like it just went to like an extreme. Like I feel like
Yeah.
there's like a middle he could have like.
I just
gone
don't
in.
think they sound good like at all. Like if I want to try
the
to
one
get
girl's
some,
part. I don't really like that part.
no, like girl.
I don't understand the fashion of those of the clothes
It's
that those
so
people.
weird. It
I
makes
like
me
some
laugh.
of them.
I
but,
saw the
like,
outfit. That thing just looked like a bunch of arrows pointing down.
Honestly, I feel like it might just be like a PR stunt. Like it gets people talking, you know. So
I
like,
like some of the fashion, some of the dresses are really nice. However, it's just like when you see one that's like kind of what it's really like what
It's like marketing though. Like they want everybody to talk about it. Like that performance probably did the same thing. Like they wanted you to talk about it. I just say I'm like, boy, go back to your other stuff.
Oh yeah.
Good. I want some good music. But that's all I have to say.
On Saturday, the 4th of February, what people are calling the Chinese spy balloon was shot down under the order of President Biden. It was believed to be flying over multiple military bases to spy on the U.S. The balloon has since been recovered and is being analyzed by U.S. officials. And since then, several other identified objects have been shot down in North America. What do you think of these UFOs? Were you shocked that we were being spied on? Do you think that we should have tried to shoot it down earlier or maybe not shoot it down at all?
No, because we're putting military bases in the Philippines, and China didn't like that, so
Yeah.
they decided to put balloons over us.
I think it was funny how some people are like, oh no, they're like spying on us, da da da. But it's like you have like a phone and like Alexa in
I
your
feel
house,
like
and it's
that's,
like there's always like something listening to you.
I
So,
find
like,
out about like every world news thing. Like I
Through
found out
TikTok.
about this. I found it out like through memes. Like I just scroll on Instagram. I'm like, huh? I'm like, there's a balloon that's over the USA. And then I go and look it up, and I'm like, huh?
That's insane.
But like, how did they like find it? Was someone like flying and they're just like, oh, that's.
It's like
Well, no.
it seems like such an 1800s way to spy on someone. Like, look, a military base. Joseph, get the binoculars. Like, it's so dumb.
I think
they-
about like the press or like the conference that happened, like the board people that agreed on a balloon. They're like, all right, what do we need to do to spy on this like superpower of a military? We need a canvas balloon.
It's a balloon.
It's a balloon. Look at it. Joseph, get me my binoculars.
Come on, like a balloon is lame. If you're gonna spy on it better. Come get me, China.
Like, use a dang
Like,
satellite.
Was there like a camera in it? Like, what was like the?
Yeah, did
Yeah,
they
I
say
think
what
there
was
was
in
like
it?
cameras in it and stuff.
But like,
Wasn't
what
it
are they
how-
looking at?
How big
The
was it?
military bases, the progress.
yeah,
of-
military bases,
Oh.
missile.
Wasn't it like the
producing
size of
bases.
like buses?
Yeah, 3 buses. It was the size of 3 buses.
Wait, really? I thought it was
Yes.
a small balloon.
That is
No,
huge.
it was the size of 3 buses. It's like they took it over, and it's like they put their hot air balloon like right over military bases, and it's like, dude, do you think we're not gonna notice? Like, I bet
They
someone
want to
would.
be
It's a big
noticed.
balloon.
but
Yeah.
I feel like they thought they'd be like, look, it's an alien.
No,
like, or
they
something.
wanted they want to know that they want us to know that they're mad.
I think it was just like a way to show off.
Yeah,
or,
I feel
But there were
to look
multiple
down on.
balloons that were
Yeah,
like.
but I think it was just a way to look down. Like they could use their satellite systems
I
and
don't
then
even
just
know.
take pictures. But I think it was just a way to like look down on
And
us.
kind of like make us mad in a way.
Like I think they already know we're like that we know they're upset with us. I think it's just like the dumbest little thing. I don't know. I thought like when they said they shot down an air balloon, I'm like, oh my gosh, was there like somebody in that basket or something like that? Because I didn't like. It's like that one Doctor Who episode, like where they're like flying over 1800s England in a hot air balloon.
Yeah.
It just like it was surprising. I didn't know that.
How
they,
did like the balloon get there? Like,
I don't even know.
was it like sailing from China, just like floating in the air? Or did,
Yeah,
like,
it's just
they
like
come
maybe they're just
over?
like it's a weather balloon. They were like, it's a weather balloon, y'all. It's a weather balloon. I promise. And it's like,
Exactly.
Okay. Moving on, let's talk about tips. Now, we all know that it is important to tip a waiter at a restaurant or somebody who delivers food to your house, but it seems like tipping is getting out of control. Whenever you see an iPad or takeout register, you know that it's going to prompt you for a tip as a cashier that watches over you. There are usually choices for 15, 20, or 30%, and the choice for nothing is usually small or not even noticeable. If you don't give a tip, do you feel bad about it? So you end up giving a $2 tip for a $1 coffee? Do you think tipping has gotten out of control? What is the appropriate tip amount? Do you think you should tip for a takeout?
I think what's crazy is tips at QB Yogurt. Why did they ask me to tip them? I got the yogurt myself. I put the toppings on myself. I put it on the scale myself. All you did was press a couple buttons and wipe some counters. Like,
You know it's bad when they whip out that little iPad. I am not gonna tip you unless you're my waitress.
Listen, I used to work I used to be a cashier at Papa John's, or like it was a team member, but I like did cashier stuff, and like I could tell you right now, when that prompt comes up on the little card reader, we look at you like,
Oh yeah, I would do the same thing, but like it's also kind of like.
But nobody.
I expect
feel
you to
so
tip me
nervous.
because
Do
I'm
it.
yeah, like we look. That's why we do it. We
No,
look at
I
you
mean,
like,
like,
okay.
I go to
0%
Annie Ann's,
tip,
right?
okay.
I go to Annie Ann's, and they have the iPad thing, and I see like, oh, how much do you want to tip? Yeah, they got good. Yeah. The one at the outlets. I go on break, and I'll go to Annie Ann's and get.
tipping on DoorDash is like annoying sometimes because like I'm like I want to give them a tip, but then there's also like the delivery fees or whatever. Yeah. It's like you'll buy this food and then there's this fee for this and this, and then it's like then they ask you for a tip, and I'm like, well, especially sometimes they'll bring up that picture. It's like your tip. Imagine this guy right here. This is where your tip is going to, and I'm like, okay, well.
I think that's like, I think waiters, waitresses, and like DoorDash people, if you provide a service, then you deserve it. Especially if you're getting paid like $3 an hour.
It's
you need
ridiculous
tips.
though for like other things like kiwi yogurt.
Exactly.
There's no
if
way
you're a cashier,
that like, just
you don't
makes me
deserve
so mad.
And
I
they,
feel
like-
like even when they show that iPad, it's like, well, now I'm gonna say no because it's. Why are you even at? Like,
I think the way that we look at you, like I don't know. Like I make the food, so I'm like obviously gonna like stare at you. If you press 0, I'm gonna like call your family.
I press 0 with no remorse
See, like
whatsoever. I see that red little button. I press that.
But
You
like,
are a
what if
hollow
we make
man.
your food? What if we sit there, put the effort in 30 minutes into preparing a whole pizza for you, and
see,
you
that's
just
like
nah.
different
I press
because
that
you're
0.
actually like preparing it. Like I would like tip because I'd be like, okay, you guys made like it.
Would
See,
you now?
The thing is, at Crumble, they like have an option to tip too, but like, I feel like you're not like going out of your way to like do
0.
something. Like you're just doing your job, and like you're getting paid. So like, I feel like I don't know.
It
why
adds
I
on
need
to the
to
paycheck.
The
That's
only
what it does.
yeah,
the
but
only
it's
way
like-
I'm tipping you is if you walk and like bring me and you bring me my food. You know what I mean? Like you walk around a restaurant and like go to the kitchen and get me my food. Like Subway, like dude, I just told you what to put on my sandwich. You didn't do anything special. You should be tipping me. You know what I mean? Like no, I
Well,
don't.
you just said some words that you didn't do anything special. Like,
I picked my sandwich.
Nobody gets tips ever.
I work.
That's what I said.
I work in a tavern, and so like there's a restaurant part and there's a bar part, and I walk the food out and I like put all your chips and your pickle on the plate.
I would tip you.
Right. Yeah. They cut me out tips at the end of the night, like because I'm not a server, but they cut me out part of their tips, and I feel so bad, and I give the tips back to the server because I make $11 an hour, they make $3 an hour. They're living off tip. I'm like. Yeah, I can just wait
they
for
make
my next.
$3 an hour.
Yeah, on a slow night, but on a busy night they make $5.
Oh, on a bit. That's like not that much.
Bad.
Jeez.
It's bad.
That is bad, but they are like if you don't tip your waitresses, like
You're a horrible
you are
person.
a horrible person.
No, yeah.
And like, how can you not do that? But if it's like something like little, like what we were talking about, it's really not a big deal. But like waitresses, that's how they make all their money.
Do you tip your waitress?
I do. Mike,
Sir who,
Mike,
sir
stop
who
looking
says
at me.
0. Okay. I'm gonna put a 0. I'm not gonna tip them.
Let me
Oh,
my
you're a
thought
waitress.
process.
You gave me my food and water. I'm not gonna tip you.
No, I think that if you do like they're walking back to the kitchen, they're busy. They don't get paid a lot. You have to tip those people. But if you are somewhere that presses a little button on a little thingy and it like this is your balance. Stick card in the thingy. That is not work.
And then they just look at you with hollow
And they're just like
That's exactly what it's all about. You look at you. Let me like give you an example of what we look at you like.
and then you hit 0%.
And then you feel fear.
I feel nothing.
Yeah.
Okay, wait,
Yeah.
hold on. There is a point that I have to make. At where I used to work, when they would not tip and it was like really busy and it would like take a while, we would write no tip on the thing. So like we would put other things in front of theirs like on purpose. So it's like if it's like a busy night and you want me to do something like really rough, I'm gonna be like,
We'll do Planet
well,
Heads.
get
That's what
away
we
from
did.
me because I'm mad at you now. Like
That's
come on.
great. I think that system's amazing.
Yeah, we do Planet Heads. We don't do it anymore because I don't work there. But like, we would do like Planet Heads. We'd like make it like, okay, they ordered now, but we're gonna do it at like 3:30. So like,
That has to be illegal.
I don't know.
Thanks for telling us how you guys do it.
Yeah.
Of course.
Why my
Little
pizza's
inside edition.
20 minutes
I've
late.
been fired. I'll just spill my secrets.
I don't care about that, please. Are you kidding me? Chick-fil-A announced this month that it will begin testing its first plant-forward entree, a Chick-fil-A cauliflower sandwich. At restaurants in 3 markets, the sandwich is made with a tender filet cut from a whole real cauliflower. It is then breaded and deep fried. The sandwich is being tested in Denver, Charleston, South Carolina, and North Carolina's Greensboro regions. Would you give this sandwich a try? Do you think it will be successful?
That sounds like something my mom would eat because one time my mom made cauliflower mac and cheese, which wasn't mac and cheese. It was just cauliflower with cheese on it. And she's always eating like cauliflower rice and blah, 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 blah. So like I feel like she would eat that.
That picture looked like a normal Chick-fil-A sandwich with a scoop of ice cream in the back room, like in the background.
I think they did use just a regular Chick-fil-A sandwich just to
Honestly,
like be
yeah.
like, hey, this is
And then,
it.
like, a
Yeah, that
scoop
does
of
not look like
vanilla ice cream.
cauliflower. That looks like mashed potatoes.
I don't think that's vanilla ice cream.
no, that's
Made me think of
cauliflower.
Ice cream. I was like,
Look at that.
And then you said cauliflower, and I was like, bleh.
I think this is great.
Did someone bring up that it's Chick-fil-A for a reason? You know, chicken.
Yeah, isn't their whole slogan "Eat more chicken"?
Chick.
Yeah.
Eat more cauliflower.
Ah. All right.
Yeah.
Cauliflower chicken.
Yeah.
Cauliflower.
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 You're
Maybe
such a
they're
pun
just
master.
doing it so that they appeal more vegetarians. You know?
I think that's what it
Maybe.
is.
Maybe.
It might be a marketing deal. It might be a
They
marketing
still
deal.
make enough. Oh my gosh, they already make like. Oh my gosh, they probably make so much money. Like you see it, like you drive past like the outlets or something or Costco, and you just see like, or even any Chick-fil-A.
It
and I
goes
bet
into the road.
It is
Like,
lines
an
out.
hour-long wait
yes,
of lines.
like
Yeah,
it is,
it's usually a long line.
like they make enough, and you know if you want to go eat cauliflower chicken, go somewhere else.
If you want to eat cauliflower chicken,
Okay, but who else has deep fried cauliflower?
that's true. Ooh,
I mean-
Cheesecake Factory, they have cauliflower.
You could probably find some like frozen one.
Do
in
they
the
have
Walmart
cauliflower
It's
freezer
called
section.
it's called Korean cauliflower, and it is disgusting. I
It's
don't like
good.
it. I don't like it.
I tried it. It's good.
It's bad. Get the little sliders. Those are the best thing.
Okay, but the cheesecake menu was like a book. Like, why do they have so much?
I know.
And
They,
one time I went to the Cheesecake Factory and it's like this whole book, and the one thing I picked, they're like, "Oh, we're out of it."
wait, what?
Let me just go read the Bible again.
Yeah. I mean, why? Why?
It was like chicken.
I
What
went
do
to
you mean you're
Dunkin'
out of it?
Donuts after like I hate when like restaurants are out of things because like I went to Dunkin' Donuts. I'm like, can I get an iced coffee? They're like, we're out of ice. How are you out of ice? Like, just go like make a water tray and throw it in the freezer. Like, it's just that easy. Can't be like, ice machine is down. Are you serious?
They ran out of ice.
They're running out of brain cells. Is what
We're in
they're
an
running.
ice shortage.
We're out of ice trays.
Ice shortage.
The ice
All right,
trays
they
are
said,
gone.
And I quote, our ice machine is down.
All right. There's been a lot of talk about confidential documents being improperly handled in the news. In August of 2022, FBI agents took about 33 boxes and containers of 11,000 documents from former President Trump's Mar-a-Lago residence in Florida, including roughly 100 with classification markings. In January, classified documents were discovered in President Biden's private office in his house in Wilmington, Delaware. And just this month, documents with classified markings were discovered at former Vice President Mike Pence's Indiana home. So what do you think about the discovery of all these classified documents? Do you think there's anything of importance on these documents that we should be concerned about? Do you think it's too easy for elected officials to remove classified documents from federal buildings?
Launch codes.
No, but how were
They
they,
have launch
discovered?
codes.
They're like, they were discovered in his private office. Why were you in his office?
Because they're allowed to do that.
Literally, he's the president. Like, I feel like
But-
if anybody's gonna
No,
look
they
at
can
a
set up
confidential
they can set up
documents-
investigations.
But it's a private office.
But they can set up investigation. Like
Why did they set it up? How'd they know it was there?
Yeah, was like the inventory messed up or something?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, did they go through stock and they're just like, wait a minute?
I don't buy it. I think this goes deeper than what we actually think that it is. Why are you in his office? Why are you in his Indiana home?
There's always something
Delaware.
wrong with the government. They always.
I don't
like,
know. Like, I
I
feel
hate
like
the government.
I feel
Like,
like
shut up at
presidents
this
are
point.
always gonna look at like confidential documents. I feel like finding it in his office is like the least concerning thing. It's the president. It's a
Yeah, and, like-
government confidential. He's part of the government.
I feel like for it to be anywhere like a private office, like, I mean, I guess it's against the rules, but it's like, well, whatever.
It's like, yeah, like as long as it's not like really controversial stuff. I mean, having it in your home is a different story.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, if you like, I don't know. I just feel like they should shred confidential documents altogether. Like, why can't nobody look at it?
Yeah,
It's just a
everybody
paper.
has secrets.
Yeah,
I mean,
literally.
America likes to brand everything as confidential. I feel like if he's having them lying around, those confidential documents are just like the government being like, "Oh, you can't see it," but it's like it's not that. I feel
It's
like
like
it's
not that deep. It's a piece of paper with words on it. Like,
was it like something like, you know how like doctors or whatever, like you can't see other people's charts? Like, is it like something like that? It's like it wasn't anything.
no,
like,
it's not HIPAA.
Okay, no, I know it's not that, but like comparing it, you know?
I don't
Like,
know.
something
It's like
that.
why would you be concerned over the president looking at confidential documents? And like maybe Mike Pence accidentally packed them in his like suitcase when he left. Like I don't know. Like there's always
But like Biden had his in his private office. Like, where are you hiding that in a private office? Like those investigators had to walk in and were like, oh, found it. Just like right there. Where is it gonna go?
no,
Yeah.
for real. Like maybe he's just working on a new essay. Like you never know. Like he's doing a little new report. Well, here in the school, we are hopelessly devoted to bringing joy. That's right, Boyertown will be performing Grease as their latest musical. The show will last from February 17th to February 19th, and the show is sold out. Does anyone here know what Grease is? Does anyone have tickets to the show?
Yes, I have tickets, and I'm so excited to see Grease because our school puts on a great show every single time, and Grease is such a good movie, and I think it's going to be really good, and I'm so excited it's sold out. Good job, Grease. Go to Grease. I know the tickets are sold out, but you can't go anymore, but it's going to be good.
I only saw the last dance scene of Grease where they're all just dancing.
Yeah, that was
That's
fun.
all I remember.
I've only seen the tell me more scene where they're at
Oh my
like the
gosh.
picnic tables. That's the only I've seen probably 5 seconds
The
of the
thing
movie.
about like musicals though at school though, it's like you don't really have to understand it. Just hearing their talents, it's like good enough for me. Like last year, I didn't really know what was happening in Oklahoma, but it was so good. Like they did so good that I was like,
That
oh,
reminds me
this
of the
is cool.
Euphoria
So
scene.
cool.
Are you gonna be in Oklahoma?
Yeah.
Are they gonna like race go karts or something? Like that'd be kind of
they bought a car.
Oh.
What?
They bought a car for the
Yeah.
play. Wait,
I don't think it's like I don't think it's like the car you're
It's
thinking
got to
of.
be like a prop car.
But
a
it's
set
like it's
car.
like a big like you can get in
Really?
it like non-cardboard type of car.
Is it like one of those cars that little kids have?
That's kinda
like the one on top of the
No.
Americana
but
or
like
whatever.
bigger.
Yeah, I think so.
That's a real car, Chris.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, like, it's like also kind of used as a prop
It's
now.
like yeah,
But
it's like a
real
kind of
so
car.
they just- okay.
Okay, well,
Okay. There is currently a poll for the junior class to see if there is enough interest to have a Hertie Park trip on May 12th. If not enough students are interested, the trip will be canceled. Juniors must vote by tomorrow. Have any of the juniors here voted for the trip yet? Do you think there will be enough interest to have the trip?
Wait, until tomorrow.
yeah.
I didn't know there was a deadline. I didn't even know we were voting. Wait. Hershey sounds awesome. I would so much rather go to Hershey than do what? Prom? Some like junior dance. I heard what was it last year?
dance.
Yeah, I don't
The glow dance.
I don't
dance.
want a junior prom. I want roller coasters.
Yeah,
and
that would be
something like
fun.
that.
Yeah, I mean, prom's pretty nice. I mean, like, well, I mean, senior prom. I'd go to senior prom. I didn't go to my junior prom because, like, nobody showed up. But, yeah.
Junior prom.
It's junior prom. Nobody really shows up to junior prom
I
anymore.
told my mom about junior prom, and she was like, "Why did they get a prom?" like they still have next year, and I'm like,
Exactly.
Hasn't junior proms been going on since like the 60s? She's surprised now.
My mother was an outcast, so she didn't go anywhere. She didn't do anything with the school.
My
So.
mom was like one of the popular girls. She was a Heather.
Oh.
Hershey Park.
Hershey Park.
I want Hershey Park.
It's probably gonna rain.
Go Bears.
Yeah, it's probably.
Go
It
Bears.
rained last year when the seniors went, and Jake had a miserable time. So it's probably gonna rain again.
That would be my luck too. Like my grades luck. It's gonna like there's thunderstorms.
Yeah.
It gets canceled.
Yep.
We go to like.
No, it's not even
bowling.
gonna get canceled.
I
You're
don't
gonna
even
go
think
there.
we've
but
had
it's
Every
gonna
time
rain.
I go to Hershey, it rains. I literally remember every time I've been there, I'm stuck in the changing section where the water park and the park is, and we're just standing under, and it's just raining. Ridiculous.
I'd rather go to Knoebels. Knoebels
Honestly,
is the best.
What is wrong with
restaurant.
you?
What is wrong with you? You want to
God.
go to Hershey and pay overpriced? You want to pay $5 a drink?
I'm
You
not
want to walk in the hot
paying
sun?
for
It's all
nothing.
hilly and stuff too.
Okay.
Knoebels is pretty nice.
You know it's flat and in
No.
the shade, and has all the same stuff all the other amusement parks have.
No.
And it's half the price.
They've got the
Knoebels.
Phoenix. The Phoenix
I like
is
the
a
hamster
safety
wheel. The
hazard.
hamster wheel ride.
Knoebels.
It's
I
a
love the hamster wheel
safety
ride.
This
hazard.
might be an
You're a safety hazard.
This might be an unpopular opinion, but I'm not a huge fan of amusement parks.
I love amusement
I
parks.
just,
I love
like-
old amusement
I don't really
parks.
like roller coasters, and I don't know. I feel like I sound like a German.
I'm not a
It
huge
feels
roller
like,
coaster.
It feels like Germany. Like
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like the going to the bathroom at amusement parks
hate
is
it.
It's
something
the worst.
terrible. Literally terrible. It just feels hot and
It's all
yucky.
sticky.
Sticky.
It's just like all grimy.
Yeah.
and
Some
it's
roller
like-
coasters are fun, but
I'm not
I
a
don't
huge
know.
roller coaster guy, but I like going to like Knoebels and then like going on the. bumper
do
cars.
you?
Yeah.
You seem like a
Bumper
really
cars,
big fan
okay.
of Knoebels.
They're like
Go,
arcade
then
game
going on
kinda
the bumper
thing.
cars
Yeah.
and like traumatizing a little kid.
Oh my god.
The like arcade game kind of things at
Just
amusement
like-
parks are really fun. Bumper cars, I love bumper cars so much.
Exactly.
I don't like
What
the
is
standing
what's
in
the
line.
ride at Disney that closed recently? Like that's
Splash Mountain.
Splash Mountain.
Are they pretty
I like those old things because I remember I went back to Disney. I went to Disney back in like November. It was a whole fun trip, and I remember just like going through Splash Mountain, and it was like all the old like 70s animatronics. It was so creepy. There were like some that were glitching, some that were shut down. There was like one that had like half of its eye open.
Isn't the senior trip Disney? You guys still doing that?
No.
Yeah.
isn't it
Yes.
Well, yeah,
I'm
we're
not
doing it, but I'm not
going.
going.
soon, I think.
Yes.
I'm not
No,
going.
no, yeah, you all can.
I'm not going.
Yeah, you all can stay here.
Have fun
I'm
spending
going to
$1,200
New York.
I'm going to Disney.
It's like over
I'm gonna be a
$1,000 to go
Disney
there.
dad.
Like,
He,
Girl.
Michael.
I'm gonna be a Disney dad.
If there
when I
is
grow up.
one thing you need to know about Michael,
Yes.
it is that he is a Disney dad through
Yeah.
and through.
Yep. I'm a Disney dad
You're
prodigy
Disney
right
dad?
here.
What?
I'm a Knoebels dad.
I'm
Right.
Personally, I think I'm a Dorney Park dad.
I'd rather go to the beach. Actually, wait, no, I don't
Let's
even
go to
like
the
the beach
beach.
that much.
Beach?
I
Let's
want to
go
go.
away.
I want to go see Avengers Campus. And also, that opened up in Disney. Also, they took out the Tower of Terror and they replaced it. It's the same ride, but it's a Guardians of the Galaxy ride, which
When?
they
They added one in They added a
Yeah.
Guardians ride in Epcot in Disney World, and
In
then
Anaheim or like
huh?
where? Like
It's
Florida or
like-
Cali location?
In Disney World, so Florida, and then in Disneyland they added Avengers Campus. Are they adding Universal in Florida? They're adding Mario Land, I think. As
I
well.
know. I'm going to Universal during spring break.
Can you just like take a picture with Tomater for me?
When I go to Disneyland, sure. Oh, wait, aren't they?
I didn't see any
No, they
mascots.
removed that park.
What?
Wait, remove what
To
park?
The
didn't
Toy
they-
Story Park?
No,
Yeah.
in Disneyland.
I
I think they removed the Cars Park for
Why?
Avengers. I don't.
That's
Oh
so
heck,
dumb.
they got rid of cars for
That's so
superheroes.
dumb.
I don't
Hey,
know.
okay,
I don't
listen. We
think
don't diss
maybe.
superheroes here.
Okay, all right.
I just
all right,
did.
Moving on. Continuing with school events, our awaited topic that we've mentioned. We've rescheduled the Harvest Ball. It is March 3rd, and it's now a neon dance called Let's Glow Crazy. Tickets will go on sale next week. Tickets are $20 a piece. With each ticket, you will receive a Chick-fil-A sandwich, and $5 will be donated to 2 charities, Preston's Pantry and Salvation Army. Do you think there will be enough interest to have the dance, or do you think it'll be canceled again? Or do you think it's too expensive?
It is going to be canceled again.
Massive.
most
Let's go crazy.
Yeah.
No one's going.
It's-
They didn't go to the first. Like they didn't. No one signed up. Like hardly. Oh, no, I'm not gonna say no one, but maybe some people signed up. Some people might have signed up for the first time. But like, why? If they're gonna push it back when no one signed up the first time, why do you think they're gonna sign up? Like,
The price of it though, the price $20. Are you serious? What
For
happened
like
to
a dance
10?
at Boyertown, that's a little overpriced, in my opinion.
The sophomores raised the most money for the coin stall. It was like $1,000.
It was like
I'm so proud
$1,192.
of myself.
I don't know.
I
but
brought in a huge bag of quarters because I didn't want to take a math test.
Hey,
I delayed the
seniors
math
came
test
back
by
though.
20
We were in
minutes.
dead
That's
last
crazy.
on Tuesday.
20
Came back,
minutes.
clutched up. Yeah,
Yeah.
second.
I feel like the glow
we
dance
did
would
it.
feel like
we didn't get second.
Didn't come in last.
I feel like the glow dance would feel like those middle school dances,
Yeah.
you know, because it's like informal too, and it's just like you're just like in the gym.
Throw paint
like,
at each
All they're gonna
other.
play
Yeah.
is like that. What's that type of music called? Like
house.
Dubstep or house, like rap. What are you trying? No. What was that?
You know what I mean, right? And like a bunch of lasers going around. Like
You
you're on the
sounded like a
Cosmotron.
deformed.
Like,
ED something.
EDM.
EDM. Yes,
EDM.
EDM music.
EDM.
Oh,
Michael.
Lord.
Dubstep.
Okay. Funk.
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 No. Never. Please.
Okay. The underclassmen are currently going through the process of course selection in order to graduate at Bash. You need to earn 24 credits by the end of your senior year. Since many students have earned most of their credits by the end of their junior year, they can choose to be a part-time student in their senior year. Students can also choose to take an internship their senior year and get 1 credit for that. Many students have enough credits to also choose to take a study hall rather than electives. So what are your thoughts on course selection? Would you rather take electives and stay in school during your senior year or be a part-time student and only come half the day? Also, would you rather sign up for electives or study halls?
I had my meeting today with my course selection for the final time. Thank you. I don't know. It's boring. Get your teachers to sign it. I want to take 2 internships, so I do not want to be in this school, like doing things for as long as possible. And shout out Mrs. Gallagher. She was lovely. She helped me with my course selection, and she is going to have a heck of a time fitting in my schedule 2 internships.
What
So,
internships are you taking?
telecommunications with our very own Mr. Cherkasky.
All right, yeah.
Mrs. Moyer wants me to do something.
What's that for?
You know.
Okay. As a part-time student, I mean, it's honestly worth it. Getting your credits up in the end, I mean, it was pretty worth it because now I'm able to leave after 6th period. It's pretty fun. I get to drive my friends home and stuff.
But if you want to go to like an Ivy League school or like a college that requires like a high GPA standard or like, you know, just like an intelligent college, you know what I mean?
Why would you want to?
A lot of kids do.
Opportunity, I guess.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I mean, you're gonna want to build up those credits. You don't want to look like a slacker your senior year. You want to do like internships and like fill in your schedule with as much stuff that looks good for colleges as you can. So I took like a bunch of DE this year, and like I'm in the internship and everything. Plus, I'm in the TV news homeroom, and then I have sports year round after school. So I would have to either lose and get rid of the homeroom, which I didn't want to do, or I would go home just to come back in like an hour and a half after school ended for my sports. Like, I'm not,
Honestly,
Yeah, I think that was a
like-
big thing because it's like I do stuff after school, and so like the idea of going home and then having to come back, because like when I go home, I really don't want to go back out. That's
Yeah.
just the last thing I want to do.
yeah, Chris, did
So,
you go home
yeah.
and then come back here today?
Yeah, I went home, did my makeup, and came back. It was pretty
How
fun.
was that?
It was fun. Got on the phone with my
That
friend and
doesn't
did it with her.
seem
She was going
Yeah.
to work at Sephora. She.
Not seem fun.
But don't you ever like say?
Think about all that gas you just spent.
No,
Well, I love driving, so.
I mean, yeah, okay, but like you go home, right?
Mm-hmm.
You a long day at school, you know, maybe like a bunch of tests or something. You go home and you're like, take a nice long sigh, and then you realize that you have like lacrosse practice or any kind of sports practice right after school.
Why I
You're
don't
just
do
like,
sports.
Well, I mean, like if you did do, I'm talking like if you're a student who did do sports, like it wouldn't make sense to go home like early because then like I'm gonna be honest, I wouldn't want to come back to school. Like that would just be horrible.
Yeah, if you don't want to do, or if you don't have any extracurriculars, I would probably take a half day. I'm not gonna lie.
Honestly, yeah. I mean, I do it because like I don't have anything really to do after school. The only thing I have to do is like come back for insight.
Insight.
That's it. Yeah. Now time for the unpopular opinion. The 1980s was the best decade.
I wasn't there. I can't tell anything.
The best
I
decade.
wasn't there.
was the decade when I was born.
No, but like literally the fashion of the 80s.
Which one was that,
so
Michael?
cool.
Who knows? 1980.
1980.
2004 decade.
Yeah, the
I think
2005
the
decade.
early
80s? Are you
2000s.
kidding
You're
me?
an
The
05
Do you
kid?
know the
Yeah,
fashion
I'm
like
an 05
big clothes with the neon patterns? It's pretty cool.
Is that what we're saying? Is that what was the unpopular opinion?
The 1980s was the best decade. I mean, we're kind of ripping it off at this point.
I don't know. I feel like
I like the fashion stuff of like the early 2000s. I would say.
Yeah, early
That-
2000s or the
I
80s.
liked
That's
that.
my opinion.
I was born in 2007, so I didn't have a grasp on things until like 2019.
yeah, I feel like the
I
2020
grasp
started
on
out
it.
really nice.
Yeah, oh yeah.
I feel
Oh,
like
yeah.
it was
Yeah.
not that good.
These have we got a great start for this decade. I think.
Anybody remember that whipped coffee thing? That was
What?
where they like whipped their coffee.
Yeah.
I tried that. It tastes like butt.
I don't.
It's gross.
What?
I don't like coffee.
You take
so.
instant like coffee that you can just put into hot water and it dissolves, but you whip it with milk and sugar, and then you get like whipped cream coffee that tastes terrible.
I mean, let's think about it. What did the 80s give us?
Hair.
Fashion. Are you
Hair.
like
Hair.
fashion?
Well, basically,
Things
trends
that,
just
that like still
constantly
stuck around
go
to this
around.
day.
Fashion.
Like the 80s, they gave us the hair. The
Yeah.
90s, well, I mean, what did the 90s give us? Probably a lot of the music. I mean,
Yeah.
I listened to a lot of
yeah, the
90s
music was definitely like.
All right,
yeah.
2000s gave us a lot of our fashion sense. You know what I mean?
Bimbos.
Like
2000s
everyone's wearing
gave us
the baggy
bimbos.
jeans and everything. Still, like it's coming back slowly. I feel.
And
like.
in music, like
You know
you
what
hear
I'm
the
saying?
music, like there's more synthesizers being used. Like, oh gosh, there was like a rap song I used to listen to. It has a synthesizer in it. It sounds really good. I mean,
I feel like the 80s aren't really my favorite. I'm not a huge 80s person, but I do really like the early 2000s, like the music and the fashion.
I love the pink like
It-
jumpsuits, like the pink like jumpsuits
Yes,
with the crop
it was
tops.
just very like cool.
Yeah, yeah.
I feel honestly, this is my real thing, but I feel like there really is no like the newer generation, like the future, I guess. Like that's what I think the best generation, like because technology just keeps growing.
The
like,
future.
Basic
yeah,
answer.
The future. That
But
is-
I kinda like
but it is a
sometimes-
really good answer. Like like okay, the old generation has gotten all this and that, but like what the future?
I wanna
Okay,
see
but I'm
what
also
happens in the
worried
future,
about
you
our
know?
future. The world's just gonna tear itself apart and like.
Well, the
I feel like
thing-
you
I
can
don't
say
wanna
that,
be
but
here
also
for
I feel
that.
like when you say like past decades, like a lot of things like were worse back then too. So,
Yeah,
like,
I mean, like
Alright.
I think my favorite part about the '80s would be not the politics, not the thoughts, but the fashion, the hair. That was my favorite part. That was like, and the music. But I mean, honestly, like I feel like if we had that technology, it would kind of be easier because then we wouldn't like. I mean, like I love my phone. Trust me, I'm on it. I'm on 24/7.
What were the 80s about?
It,
I don't know.
Here's something crazy. 1993 was as far away as 2053.
that's insane.
Ew.
Like if you think about that.
That's good
That's
math,
insane.
Evan.
Look at
93 like feels like it just happened yet. Like like I wasn't alive, but like.
Like, it's not
don't
that
know.
long
It
ago.
doesn't seem that long ago in my mind.
Until you, like,
But then like
Put that in.
30 years later, 2053, who knows where I'll be? Like I'm almost gonna be 50.
Ew.
That's
I'm, like,
insane.
I
thinking
feel
about
like
that.
stuff like also that feels like different because I feel like the 90s and 80s they were all like really just a lot of stuff changed since then, but like the early 2000s like stuff now like nothing's. I mean stuff is different, but like not as drastic
Things have
as
upgraded, but
yeah,
it's
not
like,
as
Yeah,
it
like
drastic.
they thought in like the
discovered and
50s.
made and
They
like-
thought in the 50s that like 2020 was gonna have like flying cars. No, we had COVID.
Sometimes I feel like it's
even
like
that whatever Back to the Furious that was number 2, I think, when it said like 2016 we were gonna have like flying cars and everything. Remember that when Marty came back?
I
and, like,
think
did
it's the
self-sacrifice?
No, in 2016 we had like the whole election. It was it got worse. It got progressively worse, but you know,
2016 we had Flint, Michigan with dirty water.
I think the 80s was kind of like a cool decade. And the early 2000s and the 80s, those were my favorite decades. Those have to be my favorite decades.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's that for this month's episode of Insight. Be sure to tune in next month for our March episode.
We'll see you then.
As a